and welcome to the Motorsport Coaching Podcast, sponsored by MotiV8 Training and Management. This is a podcast where we talk to drivers and industry experts to help you maximize your performances on and off the track. Let's get started with today's show. Team, join us November 12th to 14th for the annual Motorsport Conference, proudly supported by MotiV8 Training and Management. There's going to be 2 full days with over 14 speakers talking to you about motorsport fitness. There's going to be things around sponsorship. We've got Michael Italiano coming to present, which is Daniel Ricciardo's coach. We also have the lovely Jess Shanahan joining us all the way from the UK to talk about sponsorship. We have some guys from America coming to talk about sponsorship as well and some social media stuff. So if you've been looking for a conference to get some more education around developing your career, please head over to bit.ly/MOTCON21. That's bit.ly/MotCon21 for some more information. Now, team, welcome to the 102nd episode of the Motorsport Coaching Podcast. Today, I am joined by the brilliant, and I'm going to give him the word brilliant, 11-year-old Carter Mat Basso, because over the last 2 years, Matt has been able to grow his TikTok account to over 56,000 people, which is amazing. Quite often I get asked, I don't know what content to do. I don't know how often to post. I don't know what platform to be on. Matt and I are going to go through all of that and lots more today. One of the other two points we're going to be touching base on is how he's used social media to actually gain sponsors, and of course around sponsorship and around utilizing those sponsors in his content creation. So it's a fantastic episode. It's only a really quick one. I think it's under 20 minutes, but it is action-packed. So I hope you enjoy the show as much as I do, and we'll get started. Hey, Matt, welcome to the Motorsport Coaching Podcast.
Hi.
I'm so excited. I've been trying to get you on for a couple of weeks because you're doing some awesome work in the social media content.
Thank you.
So we're going to hear a little bit about it. Before we get stuck into the nitty-gritty, tell us, how did you get started in motorsports?
Well, when I was young, I remember watching this movie when I was called Cars when I was like 2 or 3. And then I fell in love with car racing then. And then when I was about 4 or 5, my mum and dad bought me a electric go-kart, which I went around the backyard with. And I fell in love with it.
It's very addictive, isn't it? So you're racing karts at the moment, and whereabouts do you compete?
Well, I compete all over Victoria and Australia. We roughly go to 30 races per year. Mm-hmm. My home track I normally go to is Oakley Go-Kart Club, yeah.
Yeah, so you are only young, but you do have a fantastic social media following. How did you get started into doing social media content?
It started with a quick pick at the Australian GP in 2019. Then I started posting about my racing. Then I thought it would be fun to do some funny social media stuff, and I just grew from there.
Now, I think that you're a little bit of a shy guy. Do you see yourself to be a shy guy off the camera?
Yeah, I mean, I am a bit shy. But when I record, when I'm in front of the camera, I guess I just enjoy it and it's fun, and I just like to make people laugh.
And you do a great job of that. I love your content. It's always quite funny. Oh, excuse me. So you've got some sponsors from doing the social media content, which has been fantastic. So how do you decide, with your current sponsors, how do you decide on the type of content that you're going to make up for them?
Yeah, well, we like to keep in contact with our partners, like what's happening in sport, but we think about ways to help them, and if we can make it fun and interesting, that's even better. And
do you have a favorite, live video that you've done, or a favorite social media piece?
Oh, probably So there's one that I call, well, the family calls them minions. It's me and Dad just being minions and changing the spark plug on the cart. That nearly reached 1 million views, which is really cool. And this other one we call the puppy dog, which is my cart being a puppy dog, and that reached nearly 2 million views.
Wow, that's fantastic, Matt. And when we're talking about views, what platform are you referring to?
I'm referring to TikTok. So TikTok is probably the one that we've had most success with. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. And do you use those TikTok videos straight across to Instagram, or do you do different ones there as well?
We do the TikToks that we do. We sometimes post on Instagram too. Yeah, mostly we we post it onto all our other platforms like Facebook and Instagram.
Fantastic. So you're repurposing the content across all the different platforms.
Yeah.
Great. And is that your favorite platform, TikTok?
TikTok, I've got two favorites, to be honest. It's probably TikTok and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably my two favorites.
What do you think is the difference between the two platforms?
The difference, well, I think Instagram you can like text with other people and you can keep in contactable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But TikTok, it has it's got a lot of videos on there that you can really see, and there's a lot of funny stuff on there.
Yep. Yeah, I can't get into TikTok, Matt. I've tried. I don't know I should do TikTok. And my kids are like on TikTok, but I just can't get into it. I just like no one wants to see me dancing. So, like you said, it's not just about dancing videos. There's lots more that you can do. Have you found with the social media fame that you've been able to gain sponsorship?
Yeah, we have gained actually a lot through social media. We recently joined up with Raceline Motorsport Racewear. They offer a great range of gear, suits, gloves, etc. We also partnered up with San Remo Pasta, so they keep us topped up with their new delicious and healthy pasta range. Oh, and I am super excited to announce that we will be partnering up with Castrol Racing Australia for 2022 and beyond. They're a super company that provides a great range of oil products, and
What about your Baker's Delight one? That's my favorite. I always look at them going, the newest range. If I need to know what's coming out of Baker's Delight, I know to go to your platform to see what's the latest products they've got coming out.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are quite young, Matt, and there is a lot of planning that goes behind the scenes with the social media content. Who helps you with the creation side of things?
Mum and Dad are probably my number one supporters. I couldn't do anything about anything of this without them. Sorry. They're really behind the scenes, recording, they're also coming up with ideas too. They're probably the people behind the scenes really doing something.
Most of it. And so where do you get your guidance from? Like, where do you get your inspiration? Was the right word I was looking for. Sorry there, Matt. And do you look on other social media accounts, not just from motorsports, but other influencers, I guess, and get some ideas around what you want to produce?
Yeah, we really do that quite a fair bit. But sometimes we come up with original ideas that we just came up with, which is really good.
Yeah, and lately you've been doing a challenge with your friend Nick. How's that worked for you as far as getting new followers and stuff like that and engagement?
Yeah, it's been getting us a lot of engagements, a lot of likes. I think the people are starting to like it because it's good for them to engage with stories and stuff like that. And it really helps me and Nick's accounts a lot.
Yeah, so that's a great tip, guys, if you are looking to build your social media followings, that if you collab with somebody, is that the right cool word?
Yeah.
If you collab with somebody and whenever you go live with them or you're continuing to tag into it, it ends up tagging in that other person's social media account. So when you go live on Instagram, it will go live on both accounts. So you can both gain new followers and engagement that way. So a little tip. And so how much time per week do you spend on social media development?
Oh, probably probably about hours, days, weeks.
I didn't say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't say that you have been in lockdown for 18 months as well.
Yeah. So it takes a long time to do that. Yeah, it's hard, but it's you come up with ideas for them. But again, we keep in contact with our partners and to see what they're doing, what's new. Like for example, they're giving free samples every $5 you spend. We can do something about that, and like I said, if we can make it fun and interesting, it's even better.
Yeah. And have you been doing just as much schoolwork?
Sorry?
Have you been doing as much schoolwork as you have social media training?
I probably haven't.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, I'm sure your teachers will be really impressed with your TikTok account and growing forward.
Yeah.
And so how many posts per week do you do?
We post like monthly, weekly, sorry. We post weekly on certain videos, so funny videos that we post weekly. Mm-hmm. And other photos and stuff we kind of just post randomly, not really have a schedule for those. But because you only have so many ideas for videos and stuff that, you got to savor them up and have a little schedule.
Yeah. And have you got many bloopers?
We've messed up many times. Probably two counts. Yeah. But that's just what's going to happen when you record. Yeah.
That's right. And do you post any of those, or is that going to be like your Christmas content?
It's probably going to be our Christmas content, to be honest.
Yeah. People always love a good blooper, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I love it.
Especially the type of content that you're doing.
Yeah.
And have you seen your growth in your account over the last, I guess, you're an expert since 2019, the 2 years.
Yeah, so since 2019, as I said. But we really started pushing our social media during lockdown in 2020, and people just started enjoying our posts and getting a laugh, and that's what we really want.
Yeah, and I guess that's a real positive thing around your content is that it is quite funny. And you are, like you said, when you get in front of that camera, you do become a different person, which is fantastic. And everyone gets to see that fun side of you. But you are very well spoken as well in front of the camera, which is great. Do you have any advice for other athletes that are starting to get started into social media?
Well, to be honest, social media posts of carts are pretty common, and it's even harder during COVID. But if you can post something a little different, interesting, funny, then people might like that, and you might take off with your account.
Fantastic. So some of the tips I've got today is TikTok, because people love TikTok. Let's be funny. Let's try and collab with people. Plan out your social media content. Make it a little bit different. Make sure you've got a little bit of you in there to make it unique.
Yeah.
Plan your content.
Mm-hmm.
What else have I forgotten? And make sure that you're promoting your sponsors throughout too.
Yeah.
And again, not all of your posts around sponsors. Some
about sports. Sorry. And it's good doing funny stuff. It's good doing stuff that sometimes isn't even related to your account, like my account is about karting, sometimes it's good not to do anything related to it. Doing something different, like I said, you can take off.
I'm going to ask you a question around equipment. So it wasn't on the list. What do you guys use to film?
We used to film like... Sorry?
You just use your iPhone, or do you have a special camera that you
we use phones and phones to record and stuff like that. We still use phones. We sometimes, when certain videos where you have to hold positions, we get a little phone holder, something like that, so it stays in a position. Yeah, but we just use phones.
And do you use any special apps to make your videos? Are you using iMovie? How do you edit your videos? Or is there a special app you use?
Yeah, we make use of like Instagram filters, like Boomerang. We use that a lot. Sometimes we just come up with it, use certain music, we use certain stuff from those platforms, and some apps we sometimes get if those platforms don't apply it.
And do you do a little bit of the editing as well? Are you getting behind the scenes now, the more that you're doing these videos? Or still just your mum and dad do it?
Yeah, I need to get in sometimes too. My mum and dad do it quite a fair bit more than I would do it. I sometimes get in there and check everything, all good, if I'm happy with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and we just want to make sure that people know that mum and dad aren't in the social media world either, are they? So they're just learning it on the go, as well as the platforms evolved and the new tools and stuff come out. They're just staying at the forefront of getting involved in what those platforms are offering as far as editing tools and special features and so forth.
Yeah.
Awesome, Matt. Well, thanks very much for giving us an insight into
Thank you.
Before we go, though, how can people follow you? What's your TikTok handle and Instagram handle?
It's at Mat Basso Racing, and those are on all our posts. So at Mat Basso Racing is my account. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Search it up on there, and if you want to, you can give us a follow, give us some likes. That'd be very appreciated, and
or even collab with you.
Yeah.
And also, it's Matthew with 1T.
Yeah, 1T.
That's right. But we'll put all the links to Matthew's accounts into the show notes. And again, guys, if you are looking for some content ideas, or you just want to have a bit of laugh, because who doesn't need to laugh at this moment? I do highly recommend that you head over and follow Mat Basso's racing accounts, as he said, on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Matt, thank you. I think next time I see you, we should do a TikTok thing. All right?
Yeah.
All right. You'll have to make me dance or something. I don't know. But we'll do something very clever. Thanks again for coming on. I appreciate your time.
Me too.
And hopefully we'll be at the track in 2022.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye.
Well, thanks everyone for listening to this week's show. I really hope you enjoyed that one as much as I did. Now, remember, all the show notes with the links and the specials mentioned in today's show are available over at MotiV8Training.com.au. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you could head to iTunes or Stitcher, type in Motorsport Coaching, subscribe, and leave us a review. Each week, I'll read them out and you'll go into a monthly draw to win a fantastic prize. If you have any questions or comments, please email us at MotiV8Training.com.au or head over to our Facebook page at MotiV8T. Until next time, take care.